Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your #1 Fat Asian coming to you today with another one of these intriguing experiments, and we're gonna do something a little bit different. Today we're doing married players versus eligible bachelors. And what inspired me to do this video is yours truly, the Fat Asian, is sadly a bachelor again. Yes, me and Mrs. BMOnus have amicably split, but more on that at the end of the video. But what I wanted to see today is, there's always been that kind of urban myth that, oh, when you become a player, you just go ahead, you get a wife, so you can just focus completely on your sporting career. And I want to see, is that true? Are the married players actually overall better players? Or are the single guys who are always out and about, spreading the seed to the land, hopefully sprinkling their genetics all over, producing more future footballers? So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to take the best married players in FIFA 20 and have them go against the best single players, or I guess bachelors, because a couple of them have fiancés. We're gonna have them face off in a simulation season, and then they're gonna go head to head in a live action portion. And if you are excited to go ahead and see this married team versus this bachelor team, go ahead, take your hard erect nibble, smoosh it into that like button right now. Subscribe if you are new. I'm gonna tell you this right now. As the forfeit, if I get any of my predictions wrong in this video, I must, for a week, use my sensual, shirtless photo as my dating profile. And then I'll post to Instagram the results. If I could get a date with that picture, it would be impressive. I'd be the GOAT. I'm not gonna lie. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the best married team in FIFA 20. Yes, the most loyalist, dedicated husbands. I mean, honestly, how many of these guys do you think cheat on their wives? I'd say roughly 80%. Griezmann definitely cheats on his wife. He's too beautiful to not cheat on his wife. He's probably just constantly getting Barcelona just thrown at him every day. Starting up top, the most loyal man in football, and that is Lionel Messi. I don't even know if that's true. Alongside him, you got Mohamed Salah, who's also married. Eden Hazard's married. Kevin De Bruyne, even though he had his unfaithful girlfriend leave him for Thibaut Courtois, he got rid of that hoe, and he's since found a loyal, loving wife. Luka Modric is married. Sergio Busquets recently got married. And Robinson, young guy, 25, also married. There's actually like a good number of like young kids on here who's married. Virgil van Dijk, best center back in the world, he's happily married. Sergio Ramos last year was actually over on the Bachelor team, but he got married this year. I think him and Busquets got married. A lot of these guys got married this year. But one semi-weak spot for married men is the right back position. So, as you can see, the highest rated right back that we come up with is Pereira of Leicester. And I don't know what it is about playing right back, but you just don't want to get married. And then in net, we got 90 rated Ter Stegen, who I believe was the starting keeper for this team last year. On the bench, you got Chiellini, you got Alisson, you got Toni Kroos coming in, Robert Lewandowski, Sir Harry of Kane, Antoine Griezmann. I was very shocked that Antoine Griezmann is married. Casemiro, Matt Hummels, Koulibaly, Fernandinho, Insigne out on the left side, Kingsley Coman. Yeah, once again, another super young guy, 23, getting married. What are you doing? Marco Reus, Azpilicueta, Paulo Dybala, also another young guy who's actually married. Riyad Mahrez, Verratti, Angel Di Maria, and Jordi Alba. I believe Jordi Alba just got married as well this year, and Hugo Lloris. With the married team coming out to an attack of 90, a mid of 89, and a defense of 87. But how does it compare to the all-single team? And I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chiefs. The single team is not as good. Yes, over the last couple of seasons, a lot of our single brothers have fallen and are now attached to a ball and chain, so a moment of silence for them. You're gonna see here that the top end is okay, right? But the issue is when we get more into the depth of this team, it gets really, really shallow. Like, yes, there are a lot of great single players on here, like Neymar. Comes in at 92 overall, 5-star, 5-star. He's primarily single because he can't marry his sister. Cristiano Ronaldo has had multiple girlfriends throughout time, and he's married none of them because he looks like Cristiano Ronaldo. If you look like Cristiano Ronaldo, would you tie yourself to one girl? There's a reason why he's lived in multiple countries. Raheem Sterling, another young guy, so you don't really expect young guys to be married. Then at the cam position, you have David Silva, who's 34 and not married. He seems like a guy who, I don't know, he's a handsome dude. Why is he not married? Then you got Paul Pogba, who's he's a young guy. He's 26, and N'Golo Kante at 28, still not married. And then a little bit of a controversial one here is Gerard Piqué. I got a lot of flack in last year's video on this because it was like, oh, Piqué's married, Piqué's married. It's like, no, he's not. And it seems that way because him and Shakira have been together for over 10 years. So you're like, like, oh man, Piqué, why are you dragging your feet? No, it's actually Shakira who doesn't want to tie the knot. In an interview, she said, and I quote, "To tell you the truth, marriage scares the shit out of me. And I don't want him to see me as a wife. I want him to see me as a lover, the girlfriend. I want to keep him on his toes. I want him to think that anything is possible depending on behavior." That's a confident woman. That's some big dick energy. That's big vag energy right there. You picked a good one, PK. Alongside him, you got a young guy in Teddy, and then on the right side, you got another young guy in Joshua Kimmich. And a weird mirror to the married team. Remember, like, we couldn't get any, like, really high-rated right backs on that team. For some reason, there's not a lot of good high-end married left backs. So there you go, ladies. A lesson for you. If you're gonna date a fullback, date a right back. They're loyal. And then net, you have the highest rated keeper in the game in Jan Oblak at 91. A little bit interesting about the keepers, though, is these are the only 3 top single keepers. And then you have to go, you can see a pretty severe drop-off until you get to Onana. Yeah, it was pretty interesting to see, like, where kind of, like, positions skewed. And for keepers, most of them seem to be married men. But it makes sense because they're keepers. Get it? So they're obviously going to look for another keeper. All right, I'm going to kill myself. Moving on to the bench, we got Carvajal, Sadio Mane is single, you got Karim Benzema. Also, another thing, a lot of strikers are married men as well. To the fact that there was a drop-off from Ronaldo all the way down to 89 in Mbappe, and then in 88 in Benzema. There were a lot of names that you're not going to see on these teams, and the majority of them are married. So there you go. Once again, ladies, date a striker. Wouldn't have thought. And same thing with center backs. As you can see, our highest rated center back, who's still single on here, is Piqué, and he's only single because his girlfriend doesn't want to marry him. Alongside him, you got a really young guy in Umtiti, and then you can see the backups, all young guys. You can see Skriniar, De Ligt. De Ligt is 20. Obviously, probably not going to be married by that age. And Skriniar is 24. So once again, center backs, very, very loyal men, like to get married pretty early. And this is kind of the weakness of this team, is after the starting 11, which is very, very strong, you can see that the bench is full of young guys. A lot of professional footballers like to get married. They like to start to have a family and have that stability so they don't have to worry about it. They can just focus on their craft. You can see, like, more young guys here. Bernardo Silva, Heung-min Son, Christian Eriksen, who, I mean, you know the story. You know the story. He's probably not marrying that girl anymore. Yeah, young man Frankie de Jong, whose girlfriend is gorgeous. Probably put a ring on that. Or don't. I mean, you play for Barcelona. You could probably get someone just as hot. You got Rodri over here, who's young. Onana, who's very young. Jadon Sancho is 19. Very impressive if he actually was going to get married. You got Hakim Ziyech, Arthur, Milinko Savic, Grimaldo, Thibaut Courtois, who, this guy's story is amazing. I mean, he's a fantastic keeper, but his personal life is ridiculous. First off, stole Kevin De Bruyne's girlfriend. And secondly, had a longtime girlfriend who he got pregnant, and while she was pregnant, ended up leaving her for someone even younger and hotter. Like, if anything, he should be, honestly, I think we should just put him in net and make him captain. Because this is truly the single team versus the married team. No one defines that more in his actions off of the pitch than Thibaut Courtois. A salute to you, Thibaut. Never change. But I digress. The Bachelor team comes out to an attack of 89, a mid of 88, and a defense of 85. So you can see that it is a smidgen below the married side. But all right, now we're into Karuma. We said on June 1st of 2019, I've taken the married team and the Bachelor team and placed them into La Liga, and now we're going to sim to the end of the season and see which team finishes higher up the table. Don't necessarily need to win, but I mean, probably one of them is going to win. And as for me to remain neutral, I shall be simming as Atletico Madrid. Now, you guys can go ahead and vote up in the iThingies on which team you think will come out supreme at the end of this season. But as for me, I have to go ahead and make a prediction. And I mean, I'm single. I got to ride or die with my single homies. Let me know in the comments down below. You single? Are you ready to mingle? Are you locked up and I'm secretly jealous of you? Don't lie. The majority of you guys are virgins. Stay strong. And as I mentioned before, if I get my prediction wrong, then I have to use my shirtless photo as my dating profile photo for a week. And if I get both of my predictions wrong, then not only do I have to use that horrible shirtless photo as my dating profile, I will also, for my caption on Tinder or whatever, I will use a suggestion from the comments down below. So leave me a potential caption that you think will snag the ladies for moi with the hashtag Tinder on it. And maybe I'll use it. But I guess we'll find out if I even got to do any of this at the end of the season. Take it away, Time Wizard.
Go, Time Wizard!
All right, we said on June 1st of 2020. Let's see how the players did at the end of the season. Okay, and it is the married men who strike first blood. Eden Hazard scores freaking, oh my god, 40 goals. That is absolutely ridiculous. The married men do sneak in third place with a respectable 26 from Neymar, and then Salah comes in fourth place with 24. Scroll down the list. There is a couple of more single men on here. Real Madrid coming in. Ronaldo contributing 15. David Silva contributing 15. And Mbappe contributing 15. So, I mean, cumulatively, very, very strong. We go over to assists, and it is the married men who come out on top. Kevin De Bruyne comes in with 19 assists. Right behind him is Neymar, who contributed 17. And then Eden Hazard comes in 15. You're going to see a lot more on here. Eriksen for the single men comes in with 13. Robinson for the Robinson had 11 assists from the fullback position. Outstanding for him. Mohamed Salah contributed 10, and Grimaldo, wow, the fullback's really getting into it for the single men, contributing 10 as well. We go over to clean sheets, and it is Ter Stegen and the loyal married men who come in on top with 25 clean sheets. Wow. Although, okay, let's bring it back here, because you can see that 2 names are on here for the single men. You got David De Gea, who's coming in at with 15 clean sheets, and Jan Oblak, who came in with 12. When combined, you do a little bit of quick math, is 27. So, I'm thinking maybe the single men have
Oh no.
Okay. I guess we getting shirtless, bro. We getting shirtless. I'm supposed to get shirtless for the dating profile, but you know what? Let's just get... I have a cold right now. I shouldn't be shirtless. But I guess we just getting shirtless for the rest of this video. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what happened. Married men had an invincible season. Married men undefeated in 2020. Literally, they took 0 L's. They only had 2 draws, and they won 36 games with an outrageous 110 point total at the end of the season. They scored 121 goals and only allowed 13. Single men, fairly well. I mean, they only drew 3 matches and they lost 2, and they scored 110 and had the same defensive record as Barcelona. But yeah, this was always going to be a tough one. The teams, there was a noticeable discrepancy between them, and the lack of depth, I think, ultimately hurt the single men.
But if you wanted a defense that'll never let you down, let me introduce you to Dashlane. Dashlane is a mobile and desktop app that gives you shortcuts for everything you do online. You may know them for the password storage tech, which automatically takes all of your online accounts and passwords and puts them into one secure app, and then it syncs it to all of your devices. And from there, they securely autofilled all my personal info and passwords whenever I needed it. Never look for your wallet again when online shopping, because Dashlane will autofill all of your credit card info in just one click. And with the new year, new me energy, don't waste any time. Don't be fumbling around trying to find your wallet, because Dashlane will autofill everything out for you so you can get the self-help you need. I know I did, and I'm feeling a lot happier for it. All the while protecting your information from online scammers who are running rampant during this time of year. And it has this added bonus that you can place your IP in other major countries. So if a Netflix show ain't available in your country, you could switch it to that country, and voila. And the best thing of all, it's absolutely free for one device. So go get it. There's no excuse to not protect your data in 2020. Get on it, people. And even better, by clicking on the link in the description down below, you will get the premium version for free for an entire month, so you can see for yourself the peace of mind that it brings to your life. So don't delay. Get Dashlane today. Clicky the linky down below. Now back to the show.
All right, guys, here we are in the live action portion. As you can see, we got the married men, we got the Bachelors. They'll be playing for the Champions League final. CPU on CPU, all in Legendary. I'm not going to touch anything. And here we go. As we see these 2 teams stride out onto the pitch, you guys can go ahead, put them in the eye thingies on which team you think is going to come out in the live action portion. I think that the single men could actually pull this out. In the live action portion, if it's just the starting 11, they are more evenly matched, I would say. The lack of depth is not going to hurt them as much. And once again, I gotta go with my single brothers. Single brothers in the chat, let me know. Just something within me tells me that Thibaut Courtois is going to come up big in this one. This is his team. This is his time to shine. This is what he was put on earth to do, is to rep a team of unloyal men. And look at him. What an alpha. Just will leave his pregnant girlfriend at the drop of a hat. But all right, boys, and the battle of married men versus bachelors is now underway. Conte does a little look here, gives it over Silva. Excellent pullback, Silva! Oh, just tried to dip it into the path of Paul Pogba, but Jan Oblak quick off his line. Lays it off to Joshua. Kimmich sends in a cross, easily dealt with by Sergio Ramos. And that should be it. Yep. That is it for halftime in one of the most boring halves I have ever witnessed in any experiment ever. Yup. 0 goals, 0 shots, 0 shots on target. I don't know what they did in this latest update, but they've obviously fixed the gameplay. Playing a little 1-2 here. Okay. Kimmich pulls it back, keeps it in play. Ronaldo Where's it gonna go here? Back heels it. N'Golo Kante steps inside, gets it to Paul Pogba. Oh, just outside. And our first shot somewhat on target. I will take it. There you go. Yeah, not too far away. Now, the single men can break forward if they wish. Hollywood ball over the top. Neymar's going to get into that. He's got acres of space in front of him. How is he going to attack it? He's into the box now. Where's it going to move? Slots it across. Oh, it's there. David Silva puts it back, and we have it. The single boys are on the board. Silver platter assist from Neymar. That was delightful. You can see it right here. Beautiful. All started up from Paul Pogba and that Hollywood ball over the top, and that is weighted perfectly. The speed. And look at this. Just put on the platter for David Silva, who strikes it home and strikes it true. Thank you for being 34 and single. You give me hope. And finally, we got some action in the 69th minute because, of course, now the married men, just like in their everyday lives, have to fight an uphill battle. To the inside. Oh, they got it. Lionel Messi, what is he going to do here? Plays it over. Oh, Tagliafico. Playing it forward. Kimmich has slowed it to the inside. Oh, over to Kante, who's in a decent end position, but decides to just lay it off. Paul Pogba, he can shoot here. Oh, he gets past one. What a save. What a double save from Ter Stegen. Let's do this. This should be it, boys. David Silva, the goal scorer, goes ahead, pings it off, and with that, single boys rejoice. For we are victorious. We're 1-1, all right? We're 1-1 with the married bros. And yes, so I won this one. I can put my shirt back on. Let me do that real quick. And there is not one more deserving who represents the single men than our captain, Thibaut Courtois. Raise it up, single boys. At least we got this one. But yeah, I got one of my predictions right. I do have to use the shirtless photo. If you're in the New York area, maybe make a female Tinder and look up Asian dudes. You might find me. And you know what? Just for funsies, leave me a fun tagline that I should use. I'll do it anyway. It'll be fun. With the hashtag Twitter on it. And if anyone else sees like another good one down there, you can go ahead and like that one and get to the top. But now, I shall talk about my breakup. Yes, it is very sad. Me and Mrs. MOnus worked together for 4 years, and we are still each other's best friends. And there was nothing bad that happened. It was a healthy split. There was like no cheating or infidelity or real big drama or big fights. It's just sometimes people grow apart and they have different priorities, which is sad. I will say, but please, be nice to her. Don't try to seek her out or be mean to her on social media. Everything's all Gucci on that front. And we are still friends, and very much she could possibly appear in future videos. And guys, you don't have to feel bad for me because I've taken the time to heal and to move on and get healthy about this. And this is weird. Like, I didn't expect this to happen, but I actually met someone, and I think you guys should meet her. Come on. Yeah, it's okay. Come here. Guys, let me introduce you to my new girlfriend, Toga-chan. Yeah, I met Toga-chan online, and it's just been love at first sight. Isn't that right, Toga-chan? So don't feel bad for me. Me and Toga-chan are gonna be all right, and we're gonna move past this thing. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for me, BMOnus. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you want to check out other stuff from me, go ahead and click over here, Dingsy-Poos, or if you want something a little bit different, yeah, that's good as well. But yeah, until next time, boys, stay thick.